Greetings to everyone on the third episode of the Khili interviews. Today we have amidst us a very eminent personality, Mr. Hiracharan Narzinari. So, Mr. Hiracharan Narzinari is a historian and a scholar whose main focus of work has been on the documentation of the history of the Bodo community. He saw his calling to work for the preservation of his people's cultures when he first did his dissertation on the impact of the gospel upon the religious, social, and economic life of the Meches, Boros of Eastern Duars, while studying for his Bachelor's of Divinity degree. Mr. Narzinari has written several books and research papers on the history and culture of the Boros, some of them being In Search of the Identity of the Mech, which was published in 1985, Reassertiveness of the Great Boros, that was published in 2000, and The Saga of the Boros, which was published in 2014, and so on. He is currently the president of the World Boro Historical Society, Kokrajhar, as well as a member of the Asiatic Society of Bengal, Kolkata, and of the Boro Sahitya Sabha. He was also the recipient of several prestigious awards and accolades, like the Tamra Patra in 1989, that was awarded to him by the government of West Bengal. Today, we have invited him so as to learn about his views on the culture of the Boros as well as about his work. So, to begin with the session, I would like to ask you the first question. What, according to you, constitutes as Boro culture of this day and age?
See, in the present age, the culture of the Bodo people cannot be understood only through ancient customs or rituals. It is a living, evolving tradition, and that combines inherited practices with modern expression of identity. At the heart of this culture is the Bodo language. And that Bodo language carries the community's collective memory and folklore and worldview. Worldview means the belief in the supernatural power and like that. It's continued use in the Bodo language is used in literature, music, education, and digital media. The traditions of the Bodo people, there are some festivals like Baishagu. Baishagu is a festival that is connected with the nature. And there are artistic and material expressions also. The artistics means, say, Bagurumba. It's a very great dance known among the Bodos and other people also. And the material is called weaving. Weaving of what? Weaving of this aronai, dokhana. They are visible symbols of Bodo culture. And equally important is social values, which is embedded in Bodo culture. That is respect for elders, strong community solidarity, and harmony with nature. Harmony with nature is found in the celebration of Baishagu. So Bodo people are connected with the nature also. So the Bodo culture today should be seen not as a static relic of the past, but as a living heritage and that continues to evolve with each generation.
Thank you so much for your insightful words. And so, Related to that, as you have been documenting a lot on the Boro culture and Boro history, so I would also like to ask about your process of documentation. In your efforts of documentation, you must have faced certain challenges. So, what sort of challenges have you particularly faced while documenting the Boro history?
See, the main challenge of documentation of Bodo history is the scarcity of early written sources. There is no written source from which you can derive any material. Mm. So, what you ought to seek for is to identify the uh, core things like language and that changes the uh, outlook of the people, and you have to seek for more material in the previous writings of the Aryan people, like this Mahabharata and Puranic traditions. But they are, I should say, not very much helpful to document the history of the Bodo people, because the direct sources are very few. You can't find it anywhere. You have to group here and there. So you have to make another thing is the interdisciplinary method you have to use. Otherwise, it is very difficult. Like the first of all, you have to go for language study. You study the language, how the language evolved or came to birth, or how the Bodo language is related to other cognate branches. Apart from this, in documenting the Bodo history, you have to go for ethnology. What is ethnology? Ethnology is the study of culture and what do you call this? Faith, rituals, folklore, agriculture, and compare them with other people, like the Mech or Koch people. So then we come to ethnology. After that, epigraphy. Epigraphy is the study of inscriptions. Inscriptions we get from the early period under the Burman dynasty. The first historical dynasty or historical formation of state is called Burman dynasty. The last ruler, Kumar Bhaskar Burman, issued inscriptions called Nidhanpur copper plate inscription. From that inscriptions also you can derive some materials to write or to document the history of the Bodo people. Together this ethnology, then linguistic study and epigraphy, together these approaches allow some historians to reconstruct early history of the Bodo people.
Okay. So, thank you so much. I guess we can also say that the lack of script of the Boro language contributes to the difficulty of finding sources.
Script.
Yeah.
See, there is no script.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But some people claim that Bodo people had script which is not in use. They call it Deodhai script. But I do not know. Nobody knows what is that Deodhai script.
Yes.
I got some glimpse of this Deodhai script, which is not immediately with me. But people claim that this is the that script is the Deodhai script, which was used by the Bodo people. But when the missionaries came, they became, what should I say? they were wondering which script they should use for writing the Bodo language. So they started in Roman script. And ultimately, when the Bodo language was recognized in the 8th schedule to the Constitution of India, no, prior to that, I think it was Mrs. Indira Gandhi who allowed the Bodo people to write Bodo language in Devanagari script. And in 2003, the language became one of the major Indian languages when it was included in the 8th schedule to the Constitution of India. And Devanagari script is now continuing.
So thank you so much for your insightful answers. So we will go to the third question now. So according to you, how do you think can the Bodo tradition and modernity meet in a middle ground, especially for the youth?
See, the effort to balance tradition and modernity among the Bodo people has been shaped not only by cultural change, but also by youth-led social and political movements. The most influential of these is the All Bodo Students Union. In short, it is called APSU, which has played a key role in shaping modern Bodo identity while promoting cultural preservation. All Bodo Students Union was founded in 1967, initially to address educational and social issues affecting Bodo people, Bodo students. Over time, particularly under the leadership of Upendranath Brahma, a political movement started for a separate state. He has written a book called Why Separate State. It was in 1987, I think. So they have contributed, all Bodo Students Union contributed to the enormously to the creation of present Bodoland Territorial Council. APSU encouraged youth to value their heritage with engaging while engaging with modern institutions, promoting the Bodo language in education and administration. APSU demonstrated how youth movement can mediate between tradition and modernity, combining cultural pride with education and political participation for autonomy, contributing to the by ensuring that the Bodo identity remains strong in the changing world.
Yeah. So, as you have rightly said, the APSU has set a precedent of sort for the current Bodo youth to follow their example.
Yeah.
And additionally, I would also like to add the fact that in recent times, like from my generation especially, there have been a lot of development in the arts and cultural scene of the Boros. So one of the ways modernity and tradition can also meet in the fact that there are a lot of young artists, musicians coming up who promote the Boro culture in ways that is more accessible or more appealing to the youth of now. Like, for example, mixing folk music with a bit of modern elements, or promoting them through music festivals or dance festivals like that. So we can also say that the youth have continued working even now.
Now, see, generation changes.
Yes.
With the generation change, everything, I mean, not everything, to some extent, cultural thinking also changes, no?
Yeah.
So, what was 100 years back, you cannot find it in after 100 years. So there is a change, and this is the trend throughout the world.
Yes.
But we should not forget the folklore and folk tales and folk music. They are the core of our culture. With the changing world, maybe some changes are taking place here and there. That is obvious with the change of the generation or with the change of the yugas.
Okay, so we'll go to the next question. What are your thoughts on the diasporic Boros who are scattered across the country, our country, in different states or across the world? So, how do you think do these people, the diaspora, reach their culture when they are so far away from their roots?
This is very important question. See, you may live in a distant country. You may be separated from your homeland, but you carry the cultural identity with you wherever you go. And the most important thing is language. You carry your language there wherever you live, whether in India or abroad. Language become the carrier of your tradition or culture, or everything. So with language also you carry your memory of your homeland. You may be in Bombay, you may be in the States, you may be in the UK, you may be in the Middle East, but you carry your culture, your language. The most important thing is language. And so what they can do is to see, only a single family does not live in a foreign country or different from your homeland. There are maybe 2 or 3 families there. They can assemble themselves together during some celebrations like Baishagu, which is connected with nature. They can also organize some what you call musics and dances, and the most important dances of the Bodo people, and I think it is now worldwide known, is Bagurumba. Dance is the what should I say? Is the expression of the ecstasy of your peace, of your sorrow, of your joy. Through dance, you can express all these things. And as far as my knowledge goes, the first dancer or the first painter in Indian history was one called Chitralekha. She was the friend of Usha, the daughter of Bana. And I do not know from that whether she danced Bagurumba or not, but she was the Bodo princess. She taught Bodo dance also in Saurashtra. And how long the Bodo people cultivated dance, I do not know. But in the middle of the last century, one person emerged prominently. His name is Ostad Kamini Kumar Arjari. He was the first to introduce this dance in Delhi in the celebration of Republic Day. And so from that onwards, this Bagurumba dance has become very popular among the Bodo people. Then in today's world, it is called a technological world, a digital world. So through this also, you may be away from your homeland, but through technological system methods, you can get in touch with your homeland. Am I correct or not?
Yeah, correct.
Any more question you have?
No, this is more or less the. There are just 2 more last questions left. One of them is in the current scenario, as you know, the world is in a very complicated time right now. So, in a current scenario where culture is often weaponized to to turn different communities against each other. So, what do you think would you say as a message to the current youth in order to stay strong in their cultural identity, so that the culture does not get weaponized against them?
The term weaponized was particularly used by the Brahmins, who used the word lecture to the ancestors of the Bodo people. That is weaponization against the indigenous people. So in this age or in this era, the weaponization by other communities, how you can cope up with this weaponization? It is your question, isn't it? I think you should be sober, you should be understanding, and you should teach them how unity makes people happy. See, now you should be proud of your culture, which is called Bodo culture. Bodo culture includes what? Language, dance, music, literature, everything. So you should focus on that instead of listening to their weaponization, their hatred towards you, towards your culture. You should be proud of your culture. Like celebration of Baishago, you should be proud of that. Like dancing of Bagurumba, you should be proud of that. And you should send message to them that your culture is not superior to their culture. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
But you should be knowing that your culture is very rich, maybe superior to others. You may think it. You should not hurt them.
Yeah.
Rather, lovingly, you should teach them what unity and peace is. Besides, you know, you can invite other communities to join your celebration. By this, a kind of mixture is produced. So they should know your culture, and you should know their culture. And by this, you can create some sort of solidarity, unity, and peace among the communities. Now, you should not show your superiority. They will learn it by themselves. And one should be very careful to know the misinformation given by other communities. In that case, you should be critical. You should have critical thinking. If you have critical thinking, then you can have some sort of dialogue also can be arranged about this thing. And by anchoring your identity in values, young Bodo can ensure that their culture becomes a source of dignity, unity, and peace rather than conflict.
Thank you so much. That was a very important message.
Thank you very much.
So finally, I would like to ask you about the fact that as we know, you're writing a new book. And it is due to release soon. So, can you tell us a little bit more about your new book and what it is about?
Presently, I am having a project which has been entrusted to me by the Bodo History Research Forum, Bodoland University, Kokrajhar. And this, the writing is almost complete. Manuscript is complete. This is about the history of the Bodo people. See, the Aryan writers or colonial writers or Assamese writers may have written voluminous on history of the Assam, but I don't think those histories are, what should I say?
Complete.
They wrote it from their own viewpoint,
Perspective.
from their own perspective. So I have totally changed the idea of writing historiography of Assam, particularly the early history of Kamrup. It was known as Pragjotishpur in the time of Mahabharata. Later on, most probably in the 3rd or 4th century AD, the name Kamrup came. So the first three dynasties of Kamrup was Pormon dynasty, Mlecho dynasty, and Palo dynasty. And in my search or in my research, I have found that these rulers came from a landscape that was inhabited by Bodo people. In the Puranic or Mahabharata and other Puranic books, they are given the title Kirata. Later on, they are said that they are Mlechas. And how this Kirata and Mlecha came to be regarded as Bodo, this I have been trying to argue in my book. And the title of the book I have tentatively selected as Kirato Mes Bodo National History. I think this book will be available by the middle of this year, or maybe a little later. And this will create some sensation among the students of the universities or colleges, particularly among the Bodo people. They should know that the entire history from the early century, or from prehistory to the 15th century, to the close of the 15th century AD, is the history of the Bodo people. And this is my argument, and this is my claim, which I have argumentatively tried to prove in my writing. Are you satisfied?
Yes. So, as we have interviewed Mr. Hiracharan Narzari and have come to know of his various viewpoints and very insightful answers and ideas, we will now call for a close for this session of the interview. Thank you so
Thank
much
you very
once
much.
again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Thank you.
for answering to our invitation
Thank
and
you.
coming here.
I don't know whether you were satisfied or not.
We are satisfied, and whether what the viewers will think, we'll leave it up to them.
Up to them.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gazanthang.
Gadanthang.